2024 POTYs, the super fun, awesome, happy time pedal of the year extravaganza award show nomination extravaganza. My name is Gabor.
Extravaganza twice. Yeah.
It's so extravagant
That's
that you
how
need it twice.
extravagant it is. It's twice. Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. We're going to do basically an overview of the year, what we've done this calendar year, and hand out some awards.
Yeah. So there's a podcast section of this as well, and I'll link to it in the description below as well. So in the podcast, we kind of came up with who the winners were. This is the video portion where we actually give out the awards, the virtual awards that no one's here.
Because it's just us in the basement.
Yes, and the people that applaud.
Please don't put us out of the
There will be people applauding afterwards.
It'd be funny if it doesn't.
So, yes. So, just to let you know as well, very quickly, this is a 10th annual awards. We've been around for that long. Please subscribe. We need more subscribers. Also, it doesn't necessarily have to be new stuff that came out in 2024. It's just whatever we demoed in 2024, in the calendar year of 2024.
Could be brand new or vintage.
Could be vintage as well. So, to begin with, our very first award for today is Best New Brand. So we had, and let's give it a couple of honorable mentions.
Definitely. You're right, Doug.
We had three that we were sort of deciding between. Very highly honorable mentions goes to Jessup Amps.
Yes.
And also goes to Wyong Road Electronics. Now, two small brands that we started working with in 2024. We both really liked their pedals. We really enjoyed what they do. Runners up, let's call them.
Sure.
Honorable mentions. But there's only one winner, and the winner is actually a new brand that is new for the year 2024. Launched with, I believe, 4 pedals. I think the whole launch, he absolutely nailed it. Was excellent. Was really well done. They look great. They sound great. The packaging is great. A link to all the videos below. And it goes to Paul at Hangman Effects.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 pedals here.
Got a couple box.
He's got a box there. New brand came out in 2024, launched with, I believe, 4 pedals. I think he absolutely hit it out of the park. Absolutely nailed it with them. Great sounding pedals, great looking pedals. Great the way it looks, the gimmick with having fragments of chainmail in the Lord Germfett and fragments of T-Rex bones in the T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Mega Driver. Cool names for pedals. Anything from mild overdrives and even kind of boosty kind of effects to insane fuzz with crazy modulation and everything in between, and really quirky delay. So I think, to me, I'm really looking forward to what he's going to do in 2025. Hopefully there'll be more stuff coming, but really, really well deserved. Really good quality stuff. Anything you want to say?
There's a Hangman.
Yeah, if you watch my unboxing video, the packaging is great. There's actually a little hangman in there, a little wooden hangman.
It's a little laser cut thing. Good stuff. Very well-deserved win.
Paul at Hangman Effects, congratulations.
The next category is the Australian-made category. And there's a bunch of these. Well, there's a bunch of these this year. Some honourable mentions.
Let's honourably mention RNRMF Bigfoot Drive.
Yep.
We had the Mostronics DOA Drive, the Deftech Audio Summoner, and the Kink Pedals Charlie Fuzz.
All good stuff.
And the Vander Guitars Guitaramatic Universe Stompomatic. With there should be an award for the longest name, other than the Super Fun Awesome Happy Now Pedal Show. But yeah, honourable mentions to all of those. We chose 2 winners.
What's your winner?
My winner first. So my winner is a pedal that I think he only makes this one pedal.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he makes different versions of this pedal. But we kind of only just started working with him. Australian made in a garage in Wyong Road. That's why it's called Wyong Road Electronics. It's the No Mask. Killer pedal. 2 controls and a switch, and you can get anything from mild overdrive to insane fuzz, gated fuzz, and everything in between. I like the artwork too. It's very yellow, but I like it. It's very simple, very understated. I really like it. So, best Australian made.
Okay, we split it into two. I've chosen another Australian-made pedal. This is the Kurtz Cologne from Past Effects.
Congratulations to Verly. So,
It's a chorus, obviously.
Kurt Cobain, a small clone, but different heritages, is it? What would you call it? 70s, 80s, and 90s? Heritage.
Yeah.
Of small clone Kurt Cobain style pedal with a few extra benefits. Gorgeous chorus, if you're into chorus.
Yeah. We've had a bunch of choruses this year, and this is one of the best ones. So
Absolutely. So, Verly, congratulations.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thanks.
So, up next, because we're very shallow people, we like good-looking things.
It's deep.
So we have a category called Best Graphics or Best Looking.
Yeah.
A couple of honorable mentions here as well. Not him. We had the Kenny Hickey chorus by Jessup Amps. We had the Wiring Rod Electronics No Mask. I like it. It's very sort of understated. And the Gocko, the pink Gocko pedal, the Magran, whatever it's called, delay.
Yeah.
I quite liked it. It was good graphics. But we have one winner who I think won graphics before because all his graphics are always really, really cool.
Pretty rad. Should I get it?
Yes,
Here
and it is Mark from
Ah.
Kink Pedals.
Is that
The
looking good?
Smashed Kraken. I'll show.
Bit hard to see unless you do close up. But there's both gloss and matte options with the graphics.
So it makes certain things stick out more by being gloss and
Yeah.
certain things stick more in the background by being matte.
Kraken pops.
It's really, really
Which is
good.
you want your Kraken to pop.
If there's anything you want to pop, it's a Kraken.
That's a good night there. There.
So Mark stuff, all this stuff is good. So I mean, in general, his artwork is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, that's a particularly good one, I think. So,
Yes.
Mark, congratulations. Up next, we have the best budget gear of 2024. So, budget gear meaning something that's of a budget of some sort. Something that's kind of, affordable.
Small budget.
Let's call it affordable. We had a bit of a... We almost split it in two, where we had a best more affordable and a little bit more expensive budget gear.
Yeah.
So very honourable mention goes to the Line 6 Pot Express Black, which we thought is really good. And it is affordable, it's budget, but it's not really budget. It's still a few $100. So other affordable or budget gear honourable mentions go to the Third Man Hardware and Donna Triple Thread, the K-Line Stack Attack, the Zoom G2X4 I thought was excellent, and it's a cheap pedal. The Sonicake A Factory acoustic preamp. I think we both were quite surprised by how good it sounds.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The Fender Mustang Micro Plus. But our winner, and I didn't bring a winner, so there'll be a picture of it, is the Gocko Magrane. Echo.
Migraine.
Echo Machine. Great little delay pedal. It was just one that I remembered as being really, really good. Really crunchy kind of lo-fi kind of delay that sounded really, really good. And all the Gocko stuff is really cheap, but well built. Sounds really good.
Nice work.
Thank you, Gocko. All right, up next we have the best fuzz.
Yeah, we split this between separate two overdrives and distortions.
Yeah,
so just
yeah.
fuzz. We didn't do that many this year, but there are a couple of cool ones.
So honourable mentions go to the Warm Audio Warm Bender, the Gocko Mogwai, another Gocko pedal, which is affordable and I think sounds really, really, really good. Also honourable mentions the Hangman Effects Atomic World Ender. I think is a really, really, really good fuzz.
Yep.
The Way Huge Stone Burner. Anyway, we have two winners again. You go first. Age Before Beauty.
Oh, definitely then. Wait, hang on. What?
On the older one.
I've gone with the Xenomorph. Yay.
RMF. Australian thing, and Hello Sail, I think,
Yes.
provided the chips or something like that, maybe in it.
Packet of chips.
Packet of chips.
So this is just a fun fuzz. It's one of those things I'm looking back and trying to decide, and this just stood out as like sticking in my memory. So nice work.
Australian made as well, which is always a bonus. And I think from memory, so it's a fuzz face style thing, but with where you can also use you can use it in line with other pedals because you've got the kind of buffer kind of thing, input buffer kind of thing that works with it. Anyway, but yeah, great fuzz. Australian made too. And my best fuzz is another Australian made pedal, which is once again the No Mask by
We're a big fan.
Young Road. I really like this pedal.
Fanboy?
I know it has certain harmonic percolator heritage. I've never tried a harmonic percolator in my life before. I really should try a harmonic percolator now. I really, really like this thing. I think it's for me, I wasn't sure if I should put it into fuzz or not because it can kind of do both. It can do drive and fuzz, but we put it into fuzz. I think it's a killer pedal. Check it out. Yes, the Wyong Road No Mask. Best fuzzes. All right, up next we have Best Overdrive / Distortion for 2024.
There's always a lot to choose from just because of the nature of
Most of our videos.
guitar players.
Most of our videos are Overdrive / Distortion pedals.
Right.
So honorable mentions go to the Earthquaker Devices live pedal, which is great. I think we both really, really liked it. Could have been in the fuzz section too, but we decided rats are more
I think
distortion
argue this one in the comments. I think a rat's more distortion than a
than
fuzz.
a fuzz. Yeah, it's a fuzzy distortion, but maybe more distortion. Yeah, I do agree. So live pedal, very honorable mention. The 87 Plus by Lawrence Petros. I think all this stuff is good, but the 87 is particularly good. But the 87 Plus was really, really good. Mostronics DOA drive. I think one of his better drives and one of his newer drives. Just when you think they can't come out with better stuff, they come out with better stuff. The Colombo Audio Electronics Lead Trilogy. I think that was an excellent Marshall in the box.
Yes.
Um,
That did resonate with my memories.
the Deftech Audio Summoner was a great pedal too. And but we have two winners again.
Yep. We couldn't decide, so after rock, paper, scissors and fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs, headlocks.
Oh yeah, noogie.
Yeah.
I went with the Heat Seeker from Crazy Tube Circuits. This little fella.
Christos all the way in the land of Greece.
Yeah.
Killer Marshall
that?
in the box.
Really interesting little boost circuit too.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
nice little icing on the cake. 3 different voicings. The big thumpy low end switch.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Wall of Sound.
WAS. The WAS. And
The old WAS.
yeah, good stuff. I had a lot of fun playing that.
Great Marshall in the box. It's meant to be that Angus Young thing, but you don't have to do the Angus Young thing. It's just a good Marshall kind of style pedal.
And it's red, so that's cool.
Now, mine is a pedal that we only just reviewed, but
Right.
I think both of us, when we played it, both of us kind of lit up a little bit because it is a really, really, really good sounding pedal. I think it's a really, really good looking pedal as well, but particularly good sounding pedal. And I'm going to give it to the Earth 2 by Jessup Amps. James, all the way in the US of A. Big thank you for sending this out. I really like the stuff he makes. The Kenny Hickey chorus is really, really good as well. I love the looks. The sort of, it's sort of cut open here with backlit underneath it. It's just well done. The knobs look like old console knobs. It's built like a tank. Looks good, sounds good. Definitely, and I know I've said this before, but definitely amongst the best Rat circuits we've ever played.
Check it out.
If you like Rat circuit style pedals, and I do, this thing is extremely good. We should probably next year do a shootout between all our Rat kind of circuit pedals
Full plague.
and full yeah, and see which one we like the best. But this is definitely amongst the best. Excellent pedals. So congratulations to Jessup Amps. Next we have the best modulation of sorts pedal for 2020-24.
both agree.
2024.
Yeah.
We're living in the future.
24.
2024. Honorable mentions go to the Warm Audio Ringer Bringer, which was a killer ring modulator that we did right at the start of the year. The Warm Audio C1, which is the chorus ensemble style kind of pedal. Past Effects, Kurt's Cologne, which you had as a winner already.
It's lovely.
Really, 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 really good chorus. But our winner, I think we both, again, kind of sort of just kind of lit up a little bit as we're doing it, unanimously, which is rare for us as well. And the comment section for the full video of this, and all the full videos for all the winners are down in the description below. A lot of people said, "Oh, it's quite expensive for what it is. Isn't it just a chorus?" But it had some magic sauce to it. There's something about it that's just really, really, really good. And to me, the artwork, the look is great as well. And it is the Jessup Amps Kenny Hickey chorus.
Good on you, Kenny.
Kenny Hickey from Typo Negative.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. And I've mentioned in the podcast as well, this is kind of glow in the dark. So when I'm in my studio at home and I'm filming, especially when I'm filming, I've got the lights on. This sits sort of on the back next to the amps in the back. This, and I've got a shelf with all my old rats, and most of the rats have this sort of glow in the dark thing. This is a glow in the dark thing. So when I turn all the lights off and close the door, the last thing you'll see is this, that logo, and a few things saying rat next to it.
See.
And there's one, I think, has a few footprints on it too,
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the rats.
Nice.
I love the way it looks. I think it sounds great. Like with the Best Drive, the cool console style knobs, I really like this thing.
I think it falls into one of those things, like, it's definitely more dollars than a Boss pedal, but it'll be something you keep forever.
And I think
Pass
it's
it
one of
down,
those things,
so-
again, when you play it, there's something about it. It just has, I don't know what, but it has something that makes it more than just a chorus.
Yeah.
So, James, Jessup Amps, congratulations. Kenny Hickey, chorus.
Next category is reverb / delay, although we kind of might split it up.
They got divorced. We've got two categories going, but we had a unanimous winner for each category.
Yeah, so maybe some honourable mentions.
Let's
Before we do
mention some things honourably.
Yes, the Meris.
Mary's Mercury X. What a killer reverb.
It's like soundscape land, film score land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play one note and the soundtrack is written.
Yep.
Very honourable mention as well for considering how much of a budget product it is. The Gokko Magran Echo Machine. I think it's a killer delay. If you want it's a lo-fi crunchy delay, it's super cheap. It looks cool too. That sort of pink artwork on it.
Yeah.
I really like it. So that's very honourable mention. But we had two winners. Should we start with? Do we put reverb in front of delay or delay in front of reverb?
Hey.
Let's put the reverb in front of the delay.
Okay, reverb. We agreed on a winner. Should I show them
Let's show them.
now?
Yes.
Okay, it's the Erica Synths Night
Verb.
Verb.
That's all the name is. It.
Full blank there.
Yeah.
This is again pretty high end, gorgeous thing. Probably more of a production tool, maybe.
Maybe more of a studio tool.
Just-
You can connect an expression like a pedal to it and
Yeah.
use a pedal. And it's actually it works really quite well with just a one button pedal. What you can do with it. Again, check out the full demo. But this is one of those pedals again where when it first arrived, I plugged it in at home and I totally lost track of time. You know, and you think, you go, back into the house and you go, oh, this was only 10, 15 minutes, but it's 2 hours later.
Sure.
It's such a beautiful reverb. Lots of controls, but still really simple,
Yep.
I think. It's both of us, I think, we agreed. It's a really stunning reverb.
Well done, Erica Synths.
In-
With the Night Verb.
Yes. And delay also unanimously.
Yeah.
I think one of the quirkier delays we've done. Again, if you like lo-fi, crunchy, noisy kind of thing with lots of modulation, I think it's a killer delay. Looks good too, and it is the Hangman Effects. And it's got probably one of the best names too, Meteoric Echo Monster.
Yep. It's pretty sick.
Again, Paul at Hangman Effects just absolutely nailed it, in my opinion, with a new brand. Great artwork, great sounding, great looking, with the little expression things it can do. With the, this has got, little fragments of a meteor in it and stuff like that. Just the gimmicks and stuff, but I think it's just really, really well done. Yeah. And a great sounding delay, so check it out. So up next we have Best Other. Now, other meaning things other than anything else other than pedals, really. And
Not a guitar, it's not a pedal.
not a guitar, it's not an amp, it's not a pedal, it's other stuff.
Might be a gadget or a tool or a...
So, very honourable mention for me goes to the Tough Set Bridge, which actually I've got here.
Tough.
It's very tough. And this guitar, and I'll link to the video for the Tough Set Bridge up here. Killer bridge. Very honourable mention. The other honourable mention, actually, I thought I liked it. I enjoyed it better than I I thought at first, the Black Mountain Volume.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. It's well built. It's a good thing.
I think if every pedal was built like that,
Build quality.
sturdy.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Awesome build quality. Yeah. So honorable mentions to them. And we sort of kind of talked about maybe the Line 6 HX1. It is a pedal, but it's a multi-effects pedal, and we don't have a multi-effects pedal category, but I think it's a thing that can do everything. So honorable mentions to that as well.
Yep. But
we both picked something completely different. Now, Alex, why would you be holding a guitar?
Oh, jeez. Frightened me. This is an old guitar with scratches and things and whatever. But the pickups in it come from Mr. Glynn pickups in New Zealand.
Yeah.
These are the Integrity, they're underwound PAF basically. And so I'm going to give it to the pickups.
It is a good sounding guitar.
Actually, Mr. Glynn pickups in general.
In general, yeah. He makes some amazing stuff.
So we did like a internet phone call when we were talking about the pickups, because it's obviously hard to describe sound over the phone. On email. So just a quick phone call. He's like, yep, this is what I'll do for you. And they're awesome.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Glenn's awesome. Thank you so much, Glenn.
even to the point of getting the pickup covers the right amount of scratchedness or relicness or worn in
So
to
it
match
suits the guitar. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like you've slapped on a new sticker.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff.
Awesome, Glenn. Now, I picked pickups as well. And actually, the Jazzmaster has one of them in it as well. But I think I'm going to pick this. But both of them. So I'm going to pick, because both have them in it, but they're maybe slightly different, but kind of the same. The Mad Love pickups, Travis Bean pickups. So the Jazzmaster has a Travis Bean style bridge pickup, the bridge pickup in a Jazzmaster thing. So I think it may be a single coil. I don't know what kind of pickups they are, but it's in there. And for low tuning, I think it's such a good sounding pickup. And this has become one of my favorite playing and sounding guitars. These are the proper more proper Travis Bean style pickups in this. Great sounding pickups. And Australian made. So Mad Love pickups, congratulations. And Mr. Glenn pickups, congratulations. Up next, we have the best amp sim in physical and plug-in version, and the best plug-in.
Physical and emotional.
So it's really three.
Yeah.
But so we thought, usually we have a best sort of amp sim / plug-in section. Now, Alex doesn't usually do any of the plug-in stuff. So I thought, let's separate that into an actual physical pedal that is an amp sim, like an amp simulator pedal.
Yep.
And then also amp simulator plugin, but then also non-amp simulator plugin. So let's start off with the actual physical pedal, and let's start off with yours, Alex.
Okay, so I chose one that's actually quite affordable and kind of it's very likable, I guess. It's a nice way to put it. It's the Line 6 Express Black. I think it's much better than the red one.
Well, in saying it also, when we did the red one, you had to do all the menu diving.
Yeah.
When we did the black one, they had an app for it. I think the app makes a huge difference.
Even the sounds, though.
I personally preferred the black too. It's meant for metal guys.
Yep.
But I think we both preferred the sounds on a black to the normal one.
Even just the overdrive and crunchy amp tones.
Yeah.
I felt were
Yeah.
a step up. Maybe it's just a flavour thing that prefer, whatever the case is. Yeah, pretty cool.
So congratulations to Line 6 for the Pod Express Black. Now, the one I picked, for me, was very close.
Yeah.
Because the Pod Express Black is really, really, really good. But I thought just for what it is in terms of size, in terms of what you can do with it, I think there's nothing else out there.
It's not the size, it's what you do with it, is it?
Well, exactly. But this is a bit of both.
Oh.
But there's nothing else in that size that does what it does out there. And I think, again, for the price that you pay for it and what you can do for it with it is absolutely insane. And I'm going to give it to the Tone X1 pedal. Because I think, it's at this size.
Yep.
This is my phone. At that size,
Yeah.
you have less control, less knobs and stuff. So there's less stuff you can do with it. But you can save presets on it. Proper captured amplifiers. You can save presets now with all the effects as well. So there's delays, there's reverbs, there's modulation effects. There's tons of stuff, and you can save all these presets onto here. I think for what it is and what the size is and the price, this is a killer product. So for me, best physical amp modeler, sim capturer, whatever you want to call it, the IK Multimedia Tone X1. Now, if we move on from here, and this is sort of me now more talking because you haven't really done it, I've also decided to split plugin that are amp sim and plugins that are not plugins into two. So best amp sim plugin. So it's only available in a plugin form or an app. So it's only on a computer, not in an actual physical version. For me, it was very close again, and I was umming and ahhing a lot. So I'm going to give very, very honorable mention to, I think, one of my favorite plugin videos I've did of the whole year, which is the STL Tones Tonality Wes Borland.
Yep.
Very, very honorable mention. So this is runner-up, but very, very close runner-up. I think it was an excellent, excellent, excellent plugin that I liked a lot. But for me, the winner is, and I really, really think if they end up if they turn this into a pedal, a la Quad Cortex and that sort of kind of thing, this could become one of the very best, in my opinion, amp sim pedals out there. And I think it is at the moment one of the very best amp sim plugins. If you want really realistic sounding stuff, great pedals in it, great effects in it, also studio kind of gear that's all part of it. It's sort of an all-in-one thing, which is 2 Notes Genome. I think Genome is absolutely excellent. Tons of constant free updates. There are some things that you can pay for too, that are extra things you can buy, extra amps and stuff. But they constantly do new updates. They give you tons and tons of more dynamic IRs. 2 Notes is one of those companies that constantly updates. Is like Line 6. They're always active with updating firmware, giving you extra stuff for free. Also have some premium stuff that is not free, but I think it's excellent. So congratulations, Guillaume, and all you lovely people at 2 Notes. Ross, who's one of the guys who always deals with me. So congratulations to 2 Notes. Now, the other one, which is the non-amp sim plugin, it was also close, but it's the same company that makes both, which is Safari Pedals. So to me, very close runner-up was the Yak Delay, which is a wacky, wild delay. Really great looking GUI as well that they have.
Yeah.
But the winner to me, I think it's, when it comes to any kind of on the computer fuzzes, it's, I think, by far the best sounding fuzz on a computer plugin style I've ever used, which is the Safari Pedals Cobra Fuzz. So I'm going to give best plugin to the Safari Pedals Cobra Fuzz. And big thank you to Safari Pedals for sending this stuff to us.
Awesome. Next category up is the best amplifier for the year. Yep. Best amplifier for the year. A couple of honourable mentions.
Yeah. And it's a little bit controversial, but you started it, so I went along with you with the controversial thing. But okay.
Whatever. It's our show. Screw it. And one we liked, or one bracket we liked, is little K-line practice amps.
Yeah, all of them. There were a couple of them that we did. They're excellent. Value for money. And they sound great.
The little one, orange one, which is the
S8, I think. And then there was a Blacksmith.
Yes.
The
yellow. Anyway, it lives in my my lounge room kitchen, so I do use it. Yeah, and
they're great little
does
amps.
The Bluetooth thing, so sometimes I play music outside when we lounge in the yard, naked.
All right. Yeah. So that. And the Laney Linehout Foundry.
Yeah. True.
Great amp too.
Both of those are pretty cool. They're little small combos.
Very, very, very good. Now, controversially, I wasn't going to use these two amps in this because you barely played them.
Yes.
If at all. And I only did sort of kind of first impressions videos. We were going to do full videos, but we didn't get around to it this year. We were going to do full videos with them next year. But do you want to start off with yours?
Sure.
So they're both my amps.
Yeah.
My amp. He likes my amp.
Yeah. I basically cover your Bogner head.
Bogner Shiva.
Yeah, Bogner. So I've kind of like wanted Bogner for ages, and then you swooped in.
I swapterized.
And got one first, so that's pretty cool thing.
It's a good amp, the Bogner Shiva. Yeah.
I do like.
I think you may have only played it once at my place, plugged into it, and that's it. But anyway.
That's cool.
So then I picked one that I wasn't going to pick, but I picked it anyway because it's an amp that I wanted for a long time, and the title of the video that I got a lot of trouble for is this the best amp ever? And I think it is one of the best amps ever. It's the Engel Retro Tube 100. Also controversially, it's a discontinued amp, so it's not being made anymore, but it's new for me. So just quick backstory with this. Years ago, when the channel first started, and I first started doing videos at my place because I got my studio set up, I started doing plugin videos. And I went to Plugin Boutique. They didn't give us anything. I went to Plugin Boutique and I downloaded a bunch of trial versions because I think they, after 7 days or 3 days or something, they delete themselves.
Right.
But you can fully use them for the first few days. So downloaded a bunch because I wanted to see which one of them I liked and maybe buy one of them. And my favorite one out of all of them was the Engel Retro Tube. And this is just after I went to 42 Gear Street and I met Jürgen and Marty from Engel, the CEO and one of the main engineers from Engel. And it was just around the time when they discontinued that amp. And I really, really loved the sound of that amp. And I've been looking on the secondhand market ever since. And one came up near me and I snatched it up. And I do think it is one of... I don't know why Engel discontinued it. I know Engel is more known for the metal thing. But then you watch a lot of the videos on the Retro Tube and a lot of metal guys say it's one of the best amps Engel has ever made. I think as a non-metal guy... It's a great sort of all-round vintage Marshall, from Plexi to sort of 800, 900 style.
Yep.
You can get all the sounds. I think it's a killer amp. I wish they'd bring it back. If you want to make my signature amp, just call it the Retro Gabor, Gabor's Retro Amp.
Retro Gabor. There you go.
But yeah, I really, really like it. So congratulations to Jürgen and Marty from Engel, who have discontinued his amp, but I think it's the best amp of the year.
Best production guitar for the year. Now, we've done a bunch of guitars this year.
Yeah.
Basically means off-the-shelf stuff, not custom shop or parts.
Parts or anything like that, yeah.
So there's a bunch on the list. Should we go through the list? Yamaha Pacifica.
Yeah, that was a cool guitar.
Had the pickups from Rupert Neve.
Rupert Neve's design pickups, yeah.
They're pretty sweet. 2 Dan Electro guitars.
59M NOS Plus and a 56 baritone with a super long neck.
Super long neck.
Yeah. You can read a really long one.
The Gretsch Electromatic Pristine Double Cut with Bigsby.
That was a beautiful guitar.
Brown. Was it brown?
It was sort of reddish.
Brown. Yeah, that's kind of cool. The Fender Tom DeLonge Starcaster.
DeLonge, yeah.
Starcaster, Charvel Pro Mod, Relic, San Dimas, the EVH SA126 Special, the EVH F5150, Les Paul over there, the Jackson American Series, Virtuoso HT, Squire Paranormal, blah, blah,
Offset Telly.
Fender Ultra Strat and Telly, Fender 70th Anniversary Player Strat.
Let me do this stuff in future, because...
Nailed it.
So I think very honourable mention. We both really loved the Jackson American Virtuoso Hardtail. It was a guitar I think neither of us really expected.
You didn't like the pointiness though.
I didn't like the pointy headstock. That was the only thing I didn't like about it, the pointy headstock.
Sick.
But the way it played, the way it sounded, I thought it was an excellent guitar.
Sure.
And the white too. I really liked the white with the black sort of features on it.
Yep.
Yamaha Pacifica I think was an excellent guitar. The Fender Ultra, both the Strat and the Telly were great.
The ones we got, I much prefer the Strat over the Telly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that guitar individual, but individually?
For me, a very, very close runner-up and very high honourable mentions go to the Tom DeLonge Starcaster. I really like that guitar.
Yeah.
Even though it was a controversial guitar by how much it cost and by people saying, it's just a rebranded Squire, which I don't think it is. The neck was completely different. And anyway, that was sort of a very high honourable mention for me. Was there one for you?
I'd say the Ultra 2 Strat.
Oh, yeah?
From Fendor.
Yeah. And maybe the Jackson, sort of for both of us. So that, maybe those three get sort of the most honourable mentions of all. Winners. Me first?
Sure.
So the guitar that I chose, I don't have anymore because I had to send it back. And I couldn't really afford to buy it at the time. I would have liked to have bought it. Biterized it. But because I really, really liked it. And it's one day I'd like to get one of those guitars anyway.
Okay.
And to me, for me, and again controversially because of its looks and price, is the Charvel Pro Mod Relic San Dimas in black. I like the Relic. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
I thought it had a fantastic neck. The pickups are great, which are actually the same pickups I think as in the Jackson Virtuoso, the
Yes.
JB and the
The Jazz? No.
whatever the other one was. The two Seymour Duncan pickups.
Black one.
Yeah, with the 12 dots on it.
Dotty McDotface.
I thought it was a really, really good guitar. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, really liked it, really liked playing it. Was sad to see it go. So that's my winner of the best guitar of 2024. And I think it is a new guitar for 2024 as well.
Sick. There you
What about yours,
go.
my funky friend?
I'm just going to be a bit self-indulgent and choose my own guitar that I bought. Mostly because of sentimental values, because I'm a
And-
sentimentalist.
And for a brand that as a YouTuber you're meant to hate,
Oh, are we?
because you're meant to hate Gibson.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, as a YouTuber you're meant to hate
But
Gibson.
what if they're really cool and awesome?
Well, market and easy, I don't know. But anyway.
So I bought this. It's obviously Les Paul, but it does this gorgeous bird's eye maple top. It was sitting behind about 3 or 4 other guitars, and the bird's eye just popped out to me.
See, I think that's why a lot of people dislike Gibson as well, because you go around cutting birds' eyes out.
Oh yeah, all those
Good job.
birds flying into walls.
Okay.
I happened to buy this one in Tokyo on a holiday for my birthday, so it's kind of a bit of a thing.
40th? Old fart.
So it does have like push-pulley things, which I always forget about, but it's a Les Paul and it's really plays well, sounds good. I think it is chambered.
Drill some holes in it and then...
Put some percussion in there. I just feel like it's nice and balanced and it sounds good. So it's mine.
All right, so we have another category
Yes.
for guitars, which is best parts guitar. Now, this is a little controversial too because we only did one parts guitar this year. Last year we did a couple, but this year there was only one parts guitar. So hence it's a winner. And usually I wouldn't choose it, but because it is a parts guitar that I genuinely like almost the most out of all. I like all my parts guitars. I have a lot of parts guitars, and we're probably going to do a video this year of all of our parts guitars, comparing them all,
So that's
and
good.
maybe talking about them. But this particular one, I really, really like it. Maybe because it's still honeymoon period for me, but it looks so good. It sounds so good. It's just a killer guitar, and that goes to Mooney. Should I call it Mooney? Let's call it Mooney. The Mooncaster, which is a Warmoth Guitars body in this amazing turquoise sparkle or turquoise flake finish, which literally everyone who sees it up close goes, "Wow, that's a cool finish." The only thing with this finish is that you don't even have to touch it. You just think about picking it up and fingerprints appear everywhere. Ooh. That's the only thing.
Telepathy prints.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Beautiful body. Absolutely awesome neck by Hoxie Guitars, which is a chambered aluminium neck, which makes the whole thing so much lighter and more balanced. So it's not as neck heavy. But plays great, feels great. Compound radius too, I think 12 to 16. I think it's 12 to 16. Stainless steel frets. Awesome neck. And have we done it already? Yes, we've done it already. Winner of Best Other, the pickups, which I love these pickups. The Mad Love pickups, Travis Bean style.
Yeah.
Which I think but I think it's Michael or Travis Bean. If it's not Michael, then sorry. It appears down here, but I'm pretty sure it's Michael or Travis Bean. He was saying it's sort of somewhere between a wide range P90. It's sort of a humbucker, I think, but somewhere in between there. But the clarities, it's so much clarity and such a good sound. I mean, it's a whole guitar in a pickup, but it just works so well, this thing. So big thank you to Warmoth, big thank you to Hoxie Guitars, and big thank you to Mad Love Pickups. And a huge thank you to Jim at Deluxe Tone Guitars for helping me. I did a bit of a boom boom, and there was an issue with putting a neck on because it's an angled neck pocket. And anyway, it got stuck, and he had to help me get one of the bolts out. And he was amazing with helping me getting it out. And Mark Shipton as well for helping me put it all together, because I wanted to do a lot of it myself, but he helped me with that. So yeah, big thank you to everyone for this guitar, and congratulations.
Nice. Hey, speaking of one-of-ones, we only did one bass this year, so I guess that technically wins our bass category.
Yeah, and we weren't going to do it, but then we
Yeah.
all actually genuinely really liked that bass, and Pete, who was part of the video, really
just
liked
tell
that
you
bass
about it.
as well.
So I believe it was a 60s Ventura Fender bass, P-bass.
Yeah, precision bass in a gorgeous burst. I'm not usually a burst guy, but it was a really nice looking burst. It was a great sounding, great playing bass. Very enjoyable, even for a non-bass player like me.
There you go. The end.
I liked it.
1 out of 1.
Yes. So every once in a blue moon, when there are people out there that are particularly awesome, not just awesome, but particularly awesome that we work with, we will induct them into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I remember everyone who's been inducted, but we've had Henning, I think, was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Andrew from Ostronics, Verley from Past Effects. I think Darren from Dozatronics may have been inducted. But this year, I didn't even think about it, but Alex brought it up.
Well, it's the POTY Hoff.
It's the POTY the POTY Hoff. Oh, Jesus. All right. But this guy actually is an amazing guy who spent time on the phone with you, spent time on the phone
Consoling.
spent time on the phone with Mark Shipton, the guy who helps me with building stuff, and spent a lot of time there doing working out wiring for one of my guitars last year. Amazing guy, absolutely awesome. Check out his YouTube channel too. He's a fountain of knowledge, that man. He knows a lot about pickups. And he's from New Zealand, and his name is Glenn Evans from Mr. Glenn Pickups. Congratulations and welcome to the 2024, the inductee to the 2024 Super Fun, Awesome, Happy Time Pedal Show Hall of Fame for being absolutely awesome. So you're amongst the list of people now of the absolutely awesomeness. So you can call yourself the absolutely awesome Glenn. And big thank you for everything, Glenn, and congratulations. You are awesome. Thank you. All the way to New Zealand. All right, it's almost time for the Pedal of the Year, but before we do the Pedal of the Year, Alex, I don't know if you've realized this, but this is our 10th year of doing the Pedal of the Year Awards. The 10th annual POTY. The most prestigious, not just awards in the pedal world, but in general.
Humanity.
The Nobel Peace Prize, just below us.
Yeah.
Academy Awards, just below us. So this is the most prestigious award show.
Grammys, way down there.
That's the Grammys. Logies. That's an Australian thing. But we thought, why not pick something from the last 10 years, or a couple of things from the last 10 years that sort of stood out to us, and call it the Decadely Awesome Award. Decadely Awesome. Let's call it Decadely Awesome.
We have to. Anyway, basically something that's
best of the decade.
Memorable, that's sort of awesome. So, bunch on the list to choose from.
Bunch of honourable mentions.
Yes.
So, for example, probably the highest honourable mentions. Well, actually, let's leave them to last. Let's do other honourable mentions. We've got Tonix, for example. I think that's something that stood out to me.
Yep.
Amplitude 5, that sort of stood out to me. The Maris Polymoon, we both ended up buying a Maris Polymoon because we really, really liked it.
It's sick.
The Chase Bliss Mood.
Actually, a bunch of Chase Bliss stuff. Which for some reason they don't want to include us in their videos anymore, which is sad. But Joel, if you watching, why not send us some more pedals and we'll do some more demos with you. But Mood for me, the Mod Audio stuff for Mod Devices, Mod Audio, the Mod Dwarf and Mod Duo. Australian made stuff, the Otis Audio Love Beams, for example, is one that really stood out to me. Yep. And the Jaffa 2 were on Aussie stuff.
The Jaffa were on Aussie stuff.
Great fuzz.
So we picked a couple of things.
Yep.
Runners up, let's call it runners up, and highly honourable mentions. 2 products, which I use one more than you do, but the other one we both use very often, and I think very, very good product, both by very good companies, I think. So runners up and very highly honourable mention goes to the Captor X by 2 Notes, because we use it all the time. It sounds great.
Easy to use.
Even like a snob like you who likes, analog, man.
I I didn't say
instead
that.
of real speakers. Back in the days, you did. Instead of real speakers, using.
That's because you're trying to make use of Zoom 505.
Well, that's a different story. But it's a great product, and we use it a lot. And like very high honorable mentions, runner up. The other product that I use a lot, and I think all up, I think is one of the products of the last decade in general. I think in terms of sales and what it does, and the continuous support from the company is the Line 6 HX Stomp. I think it's a killer product. Tons of people use it. You've got all of Line 6's sounds, whether it's amp sounds, cabinet sounds, all the effects, delays, reverbs, modulations, everything is on there in a tiny little package. I don't think there's anything else that was even remotely close to it before it.
Sure.
And it's still relevant and still around. So highly honorable mentions to that.
Lovely.
But we have 2 winners.
Right on.
Do you want to do the first one?
On the first?
The top one, yes.
Okay. So this actually comes back to one person and a small brand, which I think is almost like a new benchmark as far as this kind of overdrive pedal goes.
Yeah.
And that's Lawrence Petros Designs, LPD
LPD
pedals.
pedals, yeah, LPD pedals, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it kind of comes up in conversation with other people, other guitar players, other musicians of, oh, your pedals, you start talking about gear.
Yeah.
And like, oh, Marshall in a box. And it's like, oh, no question, that's it. Like, almost don't bother shopping around.
I think I mentioned it.
As a new standard.
I think I mentioned it before, but when I was at Gear Street and talking to guys like Phil McKnight sitting there and RJ and a lot of people, and you go, so what do you think is the best sort of Marshall style pedal? And all of them go, oh, Lawrence Petros. Yeah. And at the time, I never played any of his stuff. But I think either through RJ or maybe through Phil McKnight, they kind of hooked us up with Lawrence.
Sure.
And then since then, he sent us a lot of stuff. Just everything he sends us is excellent. There is not one. Shouldn't even say not one dud amongst it. Should say there's not one that's not excellent. Yeah. They're all above average drive pedals.
There's also stuff that isn't Marshall style things too.
Yeah.
Just overdrives and like a clon style thing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I think for both of us, thinking back to the last decade.
Yep.
We both, maybe they're different LPD pedals. Like I always think of the 87, that's sort of one, or 87 Deluxe, or any of those. Yep. The 68, that's one I really like. You like the 54?
Yes. 50, also the 70.
It is. 74. I don't know. Yeah, the
numbers.
The second number may be wrong sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, just all of them good. Great pedals. So pedal maker of the decade.
Sure.
Is that what it... okay. Pedal maker of the decades. Lawrence, congratulations. Now and then, the other thing we thought is maybe we should split it into... and have an Australian as well. Australian one. Now, I think we both... I mean, there are lots of great Australian builders, and it almost feels bad to pick one out. But I think if there was one pedal that both of us, as we played it, we kind of went, huh? Ooh. You know, it was like, huh? You know, the ears kind of go, what? And it made us sort of realize that there is sort of a boutique level when it comes to fuzzes. I think it made both of us appreciate fuzzes more than it used to. Yeah. I mean, it used to be like Big Muff. That's about it. But I think this made us appreciate fuzzes and make us sort of look at boutique fuzzes and kind of find this sort of three-dimensionalness to sounds that we haven't really heard before, or hadn't at the time really heard before in fuzzes. And this goes to the Jaffa by Tone Cloud. Amazing pedal. If you haven't checked it out, let's say, the Australian pedal of the decade.
Oh.
Big call. And, you know, not to take it away from any of the other Australian makers. There's some amazing Australian makers. But that pedal really kind of blew both of our minds.
Yeah, there's awesome stuff like Kink and Jazztronics and Moztronics.
All the there's so many of them that are absolutely amazing. But, we picked that one. Killer pedal. Check it out. So this leads us to the thrilling, suspenseful, chilling, whatever you want to call it, conclusion.
Not thrilling or chilling. The end.
of the Potties. The
bloody end.
POTY, the most prestigious award in the world of pedals, amplifiers, and guitars.
Just in the world.
In the world, yes, yes. Move over, Nobel Peace Prize. The POTY is coming by.
It's potty time.
It's potty time. So, pedal of the year, not necessarily pedal that's new to this year, but one that we demoed in this calendar year. Because we each have a winner, and before we hand out each of our winner, want to hand out a honourable mention runner-up.
Okay.
And I think for both of us runner-up, it's a
Yep.
very close second, but not in any way worse, but we had to pick one. And I mean, we had to pick a winner, and this came for both of us. Very close second is the Earth 2 by Jessup Amps. Killer pedal. If you want a great Rat kind of style drive with a Baxend all EQ and all that sort of stuff, and backlit number 2, check this thing out. Amazing pedal. Also, the Kenny Hickey chorus really is right up there. Amazing stuff. Really well made stuff. Great sounding stuff. So, congratulations, runner up for both of us.
There you go, big number 2 in the potty. So, what?
You're cheaping it. Alex.
Always.
But there can only be one winner. So, do you want to age before beauty again?
One winner, there's 2 winners.
I mean, for each of us, there's a winner. Yeah.
So, it's splitting hairs. I did like the Heat Seeker very much. Ow, just whacked my knee with it. That's very cool. But I decided to go with Lord Germfett from Hangman Effects.
Hangman Effects, yes, I agree.
Hangman Effects. Just a fun drive. The whole series is really cool. Slightly gimmicky, but in a really cool way.
I think there's one that is not here, which is the T-Rex one.
That's the other one.
But the Atomic World Ender, I mean, I think for all of us, again, honourable mention also for the others, but for you, that's a winner.
Just fun. All good. Whole thing's great. The boxing, the packaging, the little man. I dig.
Yeah, and so I picked a pedal, and for me, again, it was so close between the Earth 2, between Hangman stuff. But to me,
this is number 9, by the way.
number 9.
I didn't actually read the...
Yeah, it's a brass plaque engraved with a serial number. All this stuff so close and so hard to make a decision. But one pedal that maybe if the Earth 2 would have come early in the year, and I would have had more time with it. But a pedal that came sort of, I guess, mid-year or something like that. And since then, I just always pull it out and always like it. And it's so simple, yet so good. Yeah. And even the artwork, it's very simple, very understated, but I really like it. But I'm going to give my potty of the year, my pedal of the year, to the Wyong Road Electronics No Mask. I really like this. It's harmonic percolator style pedal. Very contrast this does a million things. This does sort of one thing. But the 2 controls, input and output gain, with the switch, the bass switch, there's so many sounds on there. From edge of breakup-y kind of sounds, maybe not a clean boost, but a sort of coloured clean boost, to overdrive, to full-on gated fuzz, and everything in between, with 2 knobs. I really like this pedal, and you should all go and check it out, because I think it's a killer pedal. And it's Australian-made.
I feel that's very you.
This is a very me pedal, yeah.
Good stuff. Of course, leave comments below. What do you think? Do you like all this stuff? Hopefully you do. Videos to all those the individual videos to all those pedals and everything at one in the description down below. Click on that. Just want to say a huge thank you to all the brands that work with us, all the distributors that work with us, but most importantly, a big thank you to all you people, especially the people that are still watching, probably close to hour-long video at the end. Yeah. Huge thank you to everyone for watching. This whole YouTube thing, I mean, we've been doing it for over 10 years now. The beard's gotten grayer and grayer over the years. I mean, Alex is the shadow of the man he used to be. No. But we were both, well, you were in your 20s. I was in my 30s when we started this. We're both in the well, you just started your journey into the 40s. I'm well and truly into my 40s. 60s.
So we've been doing this for a long time. We're not even remotely making a living off doing this. Not even close.
Kind of doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter because it's good fun. All the people that comment, all the regular commenters, you know, all you people are. Huge thank you to you all for leaving comments, for being part of this, for humoring us by saying that we do good videos. All the brands that send us stuff, you know, Warmouth and Hoxie and Wyong Road, and you know, all the brands that send us stuff, all the Jack at Fender, who's amazing, Ross at Two Notes, all you people. There's so many more people who make this possible, make it fun, because they're just amazing people to deal with and to work with. And all you people for watching. 1.5 million views this year, which, you know, that's every Rick Beato video, but for us, all up, 1.5 million, it's a lot. So big thank you to all you people. Big thank you to Alex.
Thank you, sir.
For letting us use his humble abode.
Of course, links below to all the videos and most importantly, the podcast where we came to these decisions.
Yeah.
If you're actually interested, check it out and have a listen.
Yeah, please do.
And thanks for hanging. Another year down.
Yeah, and see you for the 11th annual POTYs in 2025.
Have a good Christmas.
Bye.